Though shape, size, and activities of the cells vary, all the cells have three major functional regions. First one, cell membrane and the cell wall. Second one, cytoplasm. And third one, nucleus. We will study all these parts one by one. Let us talk first about cell membrane. Cell gets its identity due to cell membrane. All the cellular components remain together in one place due to cell membrane, and they are togetherly identified as cell. Cell membrane is also called as plasma membrane. Have a look at this diagram. Let me show you the cell membrane. Can you see this boundary present all around the components of cell? So this boundary is nothing but cell membrane. So all the cellular components are enclosed within this cell membrane. It is obviously present in both plant as well as in animal cells. Cell membrane is flexible and porous. It is selectively permeable. Now what is this selective permeability? Let me elaborate. It is called as selectively permeable because it gives entry to only those substances which are required by the cell, and it controls exit of the substances which are again required by the cell. It gives particular shape to the cell. Cell membrane is made up of lipids. Lipids means fats and proteins. Now let us discuss about cell wall. In plant cells, there is a presence of thick and rigid cell wall outside the plasma membrane. It is present in fungi and bacterial cell also. Just have a look at this diagram. This is the diagram of plant cell. Now, let me show you first the cell membrane. All these cellular components are enclosed within one membrane. You can see here, that is called as cell membrane. We have talked about this before. And outside the cell membrane, you can see thick covering, right? Which is here shown by dark green color. That is nothing but cell wall. Cell wall is freely permeable. It provides mechanical strength to support the cell and provides protection against temperature variations, high wind speed, atmospheric moisture, physical damage, and against invading pathogens. Particularly, plant cell is exposed to all such variations more than animal cells, as plants cannot move from one place to another. The cell wall which is present around plant cells is made up of cellulose. Now, cytoplasm. Fluid or jelly-like part of the cell which occurs between plasma membrane and nuclear membrane is called as cytoplasm. So, all this part which is present in between this nuclear membrane means membrane present around the nucleus. So, all this part, it is fluid part or jelly-like substance which is present between nuclear membrane to this cell membrane is called as cytoplasm. Cytoplasm consists of aqueous substance which has various salts, sugar, amino acids, enzymes, vitamins and gases in dissolved form. Various cell organelles are present in cytoplasm. Cytoplasm provides space for various biochemical reactions to take place. Most of the cellular metabolism happens here. I have discussed already that various cell organelles are present inside the cytoplasm. We will talk about these cell organelles in one separate module. Now let us discuss about nucleus. Let us study this diagram first. Normally, nucleus is spherical in shape. Nucleus is bounded by membrane called as nuclear membrane. This is porous membrane so that various things or materials can be shared easily between nuclear membrane or nucleus and cytoplasm. Inside the nucleus, you can see one spherical object, this spherical body. It is called as nucleolus. Nucleolus is the place where ribosomes are produced, and ribosomes further produce proteins. Along with nucleolus, you can find these entangled thread-like structures. Okay, these thread-like structures appear to be entangled with each other. They are called as chromatin fibers. Let us talk further about the functions of nucleus and other details in the next slide. In animal cells, nucleus is located in the center of the cell, and in plant cells, nucleus is located at the periphery of the cell. Why is it so? Because in plant cells, there is a presence of one large central vacuole. Central vacuole means centrally placed vacuole. Due to presence of such large vacuole, all the other cell organelles as well as nucleus are pushed towards the periphery of the cell. On this slide, various components of the nucleus are elaborated. I have already discussed about these components of the nucleus in previous slide when we talked about the structure of nucleus. Just go through all these points, then we will move towards the next slide. I will wait here for a minute so that you can read out all these points once. When cell divides to form two new cells, chromatin fibers get condensed and they become visible. They appear like this. These structures are called as chromosomes. So, you can see clearly inside the nucleus, thread-like structures present. When cell is about to divide, these thread-like structures become thick and now they are called as chromosomes. They can be viewed easily under microscope, and on chromosomes you will find presence of DNA structure. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid. Parts of DNA are called as genes, where genetic code for each of our characteristic is mentioned. In higher classes, you will study about chromosomes, genes, and DNA with great details. So, genes are nothing but units of inheritance in living organisms. Genes help in transfer of characteristics from parents to offsprings. Now let us talk something about nucleoplasm. The fluid substance present inside the nucleus is called as nucleoplasm, in which nucleolus and chromatin fibers are present. Don't get confused between nucleoplasm, cytoplasm, and protoplasm. Nucleoplasm is nothing but the fluid which is present inside the nucleus, and inside the nucleoplasm you will find the presence of nucleolus as well as chromatin fibers. What do you mean by cytoplasm? It is the fluid or jelly-like substance which is present between nuclear membrane and cell membrane, in which different cell organelles are embedded. And now what is protoplasm? Protoplasm means whatever is present inside the cell membrane is called as protoplasm. Protoplasm includes nucleoplasm as well as cytoplasm. Okay, now let us sum up the functions of nucleus. Nucleus plays vital role in inheritance as this is the site for genes. Where are genes present? Genes are the parts of DNA molecule. And where is this DNA molecule present? DNA, deoxyribonucleic acids, are present on chromosomes. Okay. So nucleus acts as a control center for all the activities that are happening inside the cell.